Hi guys, this is Tonjelkin here. I'm going to be starting my Dark Souls playthrough now. Going to be doing a full playthrough, walkthrough, whatever you want to call it. Going to do all the quests, expansions, yada yada yada. I'm going to not cut any cutscenes or anything like that, so if you guys don't want to watch them, you're free to skip ahead. Just in case anyone that hasn't played the game is watching, gives them a chance to see that stuff. And maybe they'll buy it, because it's a great game. I've played at least 100 hours, I'm addicted to it. For this character, we're going to be making a paladin style melee character. I'm going to get to about 100 soul level. Focus on endurance and faith, of course. Very low vitality, a few attunements, and just enough strength and dexterity to hold the weapons we're going to use. Loading out the master key, that way we can do the Tauros demon skip and a few other things. Named him the Will of D just because force and faith moves like that. It kind of reminds you of Haku from One Piece, if anyone really knows what I'm talking about there. About my playstyle, I'm a fairly average player. I've beat the game on New Game once, and I've played a few other characters nearly to the end of the game, but I didn't actually beat Lord Gwyn. So yeah, you'll have to excuse my newbiness, which I'm sure will become very apparent soon enough. I'm going to try not to die as much as possible. And yeah, so I'm going to start the first cutscene. I'm going to try and make the episodes about 25 minutes long, but it really depends on what we're doing. Also, I'm a noob at editing, but we'll hopefully not have too many mistakes. So I'm going to play the first cutscene, and I'll see you guys afterwards.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Asylum and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the scales, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
And we're back. Probably the best cutscene in any game, or at least in any game I can think of. The Dark Souls lore is really interesting because they give you a lot of meat, but they don't really explain anything at the same time, so they leave you to fill in the blanks a lot of the time. It's really cool. That guy there is a boss you fight on your way back into this place later on. He's a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, so I'm playing the game with the 60 frames per second unlocked from the DS fix. So I've heard there are some graphical errors sometimes, but we'll see what happens. Also, if anyone has ever played this game not with a headset, you should really try it sometime, because there's a lot of ambient effects you just really don't notice with the speakers. It's the first time I've tried it. I usually used to play with the speakers. As for my commentating, I'm a bit new at it, so I'll really probably shut up once in a while and just play. I'll talk when it's needed, I won't just mumble, because I am a mumbling idiot most of the time, as you will soon figure out. For this guy here, avoid him for now. You'll fight him soon once you get a weapon that isn't a broken sword. You can ignore that fire. This is usually your character's starting shield. Well, that was a fail. That was a fail. Like I said, I'll try not to die, but I'm a noob and I do die a lot. Well, sometimes. Also, if you guys can hear my controller much, I'm going to be getting an Xbox One. This is one of those crappy ones, but this will do for now. Also, in the cutscene, if you guys notice that guy that drops the hollow down, I have never been able to confirm it, but I'm pretty sure it's this guy right here. If anyone's able to confirm that, let me know, because I've always wondered if it really is the same guy.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure, buddy.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. when thou ringest the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Basically, everybody in this game is an alcoholic, and we all cannot survive without drinking our booze.
Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
I'm gonna listen to most of the NPCs, at least their introductory speech. I won't like sit there and talk to them 10 times to bore you guys, but again, I don't want to leave things out for people that might have not played the game before. If anyone's interested, I'm probably going to end up using the Claymore as an occult Claymore, and maybe a Divine plus 10 Bastard Sword. Not really sure yet. And I might use the Lucerne as well as a few other weapons. I'm really going to try and diversify. Probably use the Ushitaga blah blah, whatever you want to call that thing. The samurai sword. Maybe make that lightning? I don't know. Figure it out. I am the worst parrier in the world, by the way. But, whatever. Maybe I'll get better during this playthrough. And I'll mostly record everything I do, but I will not record any grinding that I might have to do for items or whatnot. This guy, you can fall right on him, pound him in the head. It's better to do it two-handed though, I didn't. And then give him everything you got. But try not to get hit. Oh, really? He's pretty easy for a boss, if you consider him that. Occasionally you can get a axe from him. I believe it's called the Demon Axe, or something like that. It's an okay starting weapon if you're a strength character. But most people don't go with strength, just because it's not as useful as dexterity. You can get the same effect out of dexterity, but usually with a quicker weapon, and if you're using magic of any sort, it speeds up the casting for that after a certain level. I think it's between 35 and 45. Yeah.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
And never did he shit so much.
Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
A really original name. Notice the bird's head there, that's a 60 frames per second thing, I believe. Minor glitches. Minor. And we're in the main world. Firelake Shrine, it's pretty much the hub for a lot of the areas. Dark Souls has a really, really creative shortcut system. Like, shortcuts pop out of places that you just wouldn't expect, and then you take them and you're like, holy shit, how did I end up here? Really neat. The world's really cool. I'm gonna start getting strength up because we're probably gonna select the Claymore as one of our first weapons. It's got a really good moveset starting off. This is our depressed, crestfallen soldier, or knight, I believe his name is. No, No, Crestfallen is another guy. This is just some depressed old guy.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening.
One up
One is
there.
up above in the undead church.
Somewhere up
The
there.
other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
This guy's just Mr. Optimism, really. So we're going to begin the game a little different than how I believe From Software expects you to start the game. We're gonna do the Tauros Demon Skip, which basically just allows us to get the Claymore and a certain bonfire a lot easier. And it allows us to get to the main smith a lot quicker. Now, I tried recording earlier, and there was a huge glitch when I go down this, where nothing really loads for a second. I'm hoping it had something to do with my hard drive prior, so I'm recording now on a solid state drive, so we'll see what still happens. Beautiful. It does not. So that problem's solved. Progress is always a great thing. That was odd. For any newbies, there is a smith right down here, Ricket, I believe his name is. I never use him. He's not extremely useful, but he's the legitimate first smith. But the smith we're going to be running into is a lot better. He handles a lot of the main smiths. Okay, so this is the Valley of the Drakes. It's not for this level range whatsoever, but you can usually get through here if you run. I die quite often, so if I die right here, I apologize. If anyone wants to keep a death count, feel free. I won't kill you. Maybe. I'll find you. You can get a Stora's Straight Sword from here without waking this guy, but that Inner Soul, it's a Dragon Crest shield, and it will wake the dragon. It's a very good shield, though, so I might actually just try to grab it and escape. I have done it before. Ugh, I don't know if I want to. Worst comes to worst, I'll die and come right back down and pass him. So, ugh. Risky, risky, risky. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was bound to happen. But that's okay, because we got a really good sword and a really good shield out of that. Good starting weapons. I could have got out of there a little quick, I just kind of froze for a second. So yeah, Dragon Crest Shield, it does 100% physical block, but it also has 85% fire. I believe it's the best fire defense shield in the game. And it looks really cool. Stora's Straight Shield, I can't actually use yet, I need one more endurance level. But the soul that guy was holding had 2,000 in it, so we can get that. Bam. It's definitely not a weapon to keep hold of, but it's a good starting weapon. So we're gonna go back down, see if we can grab those 150 odd souls and actually do the Tauros skip. Always be careful. I did a new mistake and I didn't trigger it to come back up. But don't ever jump in that hole. It is a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible. And I'm a bit overburdened, so... Actually, yeah. Just gonna take that shield off until I get past here. Basically, there's a burden system. Below 25% is the fastest speed of your equipment load. between 25% and 49% is average speed, I guess you could say. That's probably what I'll be aiming for, because I don't care if I can do backflips all day long. Doesn't really matter to me. From 50% to like about 75%, you're a bit burdened, and then from that to 100% is the worst. You don't want to be there. You'll be, well, I think they call you fatty. Getting past this guy is going to be a bit harder now. I might have really screwed myself over here. We'll see. He shoots, miasma. Huh. Can't really see the liquid on the 60 frames per second. There should be like a liquid that kind of seeps over the floor when he does that. Oh well. These guys shoot lightning, they are a bitch. It's funny because they fall off sometimes and give you free souls. Now there's another shield that we're going to be running past called the Green Crest Shield, I believe it's called. It actually increases stamina regeneration. I'm not going to bother trying to grab it just because you have to duke it out with a Black Knight. And I'm not the greatest, so I'm not going to try. Actually, yes I will. Get ready to laugh. At least I don't have to go far if I die. The only way you can really take these guys down at this level is by parrying. Yeah, I'm good. Bring it. Oh, that's no damage. Best thing to do is try to get a backstab. Which wasn't that. Not good. Hey, well, I got it anyways. I'm gonna try and kill him, might as well. Gonna start on it anyways. Oh, no. He just doesn't want any of that. You boy. His 360 move is a lot easier to do that too. Hooray! Everybody clap. He does have a weapon that's fairly good. Black Knight Halberd, I believe it's called. It requires a bit of strength though, so unless you're a strength build, it's probably not too useful. But upgraded, it's a fairly fatal weapon, at least for mid-level. Now there's gonna be a little bug up here. You should always kill them if you ever can. They drop Twinkling Twilight, which is fairly rare. Right here, this guy. Nice. If they escape, you can just reload the game and they'll be back again. So for the first episode, I'm just going to get up to the next bonfire and call it quits. I think that's a good way to stop. That's not the Taurus Demon skip by far, but we're kind of on the way to it. It's a bit of a travel. Little voyage. Our first solo voyage. These guys aren't dangerous by any means, but they have a bit of a whoopee attack. I call them the Bushmen. Also guys, let me know how my mic levels are. I don't know how well it'll be. I have a bit of a cold, so my voice is a bit off. This guy can be very dangerous, so be careful. I don't recommend fighting him yet, because I don't believe you can parry him in any way. just run right past it. For anyone that hasn't played the game before, generally this area is accessed this way, like, not the way we just went. This guy's the main blacksmith. We'll talk to him when we actually need him, after we get the claymore. I'm not going to be upgrading this as a straight sword. I don't really care for it. And here is our bonfire. This is like the greatest bonfire in the world, probably. So, we're going to cut it here. I will see you guys very shortly. Any comments or suggestions, feel free to let me know. And please subscribe. I'm a noob to this stuff, but anything like that really helps me out. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.